Hello and welcome to the Hounslow Connect video training series. So in this video we're going to look at how to log into the platform, how to update our organisation, and also how to invite a colleague as well to join the platform. So in the last video that we did, we registered a user account and we registered our organisation, which both had to be submitted to the Hounslow Connect team to be moderated. So in this video, we're assuming that that listing was approved. If, however, your listing wasn't approved for whatever reason, then one of the team will be in touch to advise on how to get set up. So, in order to perform our first login, we're going to go to the Hounslow Connect website. And towards the bottom of this screen, if you click on the Members Area button in the footer, and this will then take us through to the administration area, which is where we registered in the first video. However, here we're going to click the login button. So we've now got an account. We've been told that by our email address that we've received. So we can now click the login button and log in with our username and password that we set up during registration. So our username is going to be our email address. So I'm going to put in the email that we registered with. And our password we set at registration, so I'm going to type that in here. And I'm going to click login. Now, there could be situations, especially on the first login, that you might get asked for a text message confirmation code. So this is similar to when you log into your online banking, for example, you'll get sent a text message code. And so that might be presented just before you get to this step that you might have to fill in. In our situation here, we don't have to fill that in, and we can get access straight to the dashboard. And so here, this is the first screen that you will see. And hopefully you'll see once you've logged in something similar to this. So the dashboard just highlights the different sections that we can access. So here we can see we've got services, locations, referrals, and users. And that is also replicated at the top of the menu as well. So this is the two main ways of navigating through the administration area. We do have the email address as well, so if you do have any problems or need any support, you can directly contact the Hounslow Connect team as well. So the other thing to mention is that there is an automatic timeout of 20 minutes. So if you leave your computer, go make a cup of tea and come back, and that length of time has exceeded 20 minutes where you don't move your mouse and you don't interact with the website, then it will automatically log you out for security. And that will tell you so that you've been logged out. So it might be that you have to log it back in. But that's just worth mentioning that it will log you out after 20 minutes of no activity. So that is the first login and what you can expect. I'm going to talk you through now how you can update your organisation. So if you remember in the first video, we submitted some information about our organisation, or we might have selected our organisation from the drop-down list. So if you click on the Organisations tab at the top, you'll then see this table, and you can see the organisation, our organisation here, and this is the one that we selected or inputted our information. So if you click the View button next to that organisation, you can see all of this information that we did input at the start. And you can see that there are some other fields as well that we didn't get asked for at the start of our registration. So this is how you can update and supply some more information. So I'm just going to click this Edit Organisation button, and this will allow me to edit my organisation listing. So I can, for example, update the name, I can update the description, the website, and the phone number. But for this purpose, I'm going to upload a logo. So I want to upload the logo of the Hounslow Council organisation, and I'm just going to do that by navigating onto my computer, and I've already got the logo here that I'm just going to upload. And you can also actually add some social media links. So this is just some additional information that we can add into this, which we weren't asked for at the point of registration. So I'm just going to add in, for example, the Twitter. I might add in the Facebook as well. And what else? I might also add in the Instagram. You can add in a YouTube link if you've got one for your organisation, and there is also an other field as well. So if you're on some other social media account like Snapchat or something else, then you can also link to that there as well. And you can delete these, so you can add as many as you like here. We could also say that the email address we might want to change. Maybe we've got that wrong, so we can also say update the email address as well. So if we're happy with this, we can then scroll down and click the request update. And so as with any changes that we make to this, so be it organizations or service updates, it all gets sent through to the central One Hounslow Connect team, and they will moderate and approve it. So they'll look over the listing just to double check that there's no obvious mistakes, and that they should then approve that. So this is just saying that our request has been sent through for moderation. And as soon as that has been approved, we will get an automatic email notification just to say that that has gone through. So that's how you can update your organization listing through the Organizations tab. The next thing that I want to share and kind of look at is how we can add other users to the platform. So we've created our organization listing, and we were the first person to create that. So we've got this user account. As you can see here, we're what's called an organization admin. And there are different levels of permissions on the platform. Organization admin is the highest level. There is an organization admin can manage information about the organization, so they can update, just as we have just done, the organization record. The next one below that is service admin. Now, the one below that is service admins, and service admins can update and add services. And the services are the bits that get used on the front end of the platform that you can look at and interact with. So these might be, let's say, coffee mornings or social groups. So service admins can just manage a service. And the one below that is what's called a service worker. And a service worker just has access to referrals. So if we're making use of the referrals feature, then a service worker can just log in and look at all of the referrals, but they can't make changes to the records of services or organizations. So they're the three different types of permissions, as you can see on screen. And you can choose to invite different colleagues and give them different permissions based on what roles they might need to adopt. So in order to invite somebody to the platform and to our organization or service, if we click on the Users tab, click the Add User button, and here it will present us with a form. So I'm just going to go in and let's call it Joe Blogs. And Joe's email can be joe@hounslow.gov.uk. I'm just going to chuck in a phone number, and the phone number here actually needs to be a mobile number, and that is so that that person can receive the two-factor authentication message, that security code that you might get asked for when you log in. So that's why we enter a mobile number. That mobile number won't be shown anywhere else, so it's stored securely as part of that user record. We'll then input a password, and that password will follow the same password policy that we set up in the original registration, which you can also see on screen now. So that's 8 characters and must contain uppercase, lowercase, special character, and a number. And here we then get asked for permissions. So you can see here a little summary of the different roles and the different things that those roles can do. So for Joe Blogs, I'm going to say that he is an organization admin. I want him to have the same permissions that I have, and he can update the organization record. He can add services as well and invite other users. So I'm going to click Add Permission, and I'm then going to select from this drop-down list Organization Admin. So we can see a list of all the different organizations on the platform, and we're going to select our organization. If you try to add permissions for other organisations, it won't allow you. So we need to make sure that we select the organisation that we're from. And once you're happy with that, we can then click the Create button. And you can see here, perfect example, that we're from Hounslow Council Test is our organisation. So I'm going to change that and click Create. And that then tells us that this user has been created. Joe will receive an email to say that a user account has been created, and will then be able to log in with the email address and password that we've just specified for Joe. So it would be a good idea to share that login information with Joe, either on a separate email or maybe in a Microsoft Teams or Slack or something, private message, and we can share that with him. And you can see here the permission that has been added, so it's an organisation admin for our organisation here. You can also see at the bottom that we can delete users as well. So if we've invited somebody by mistake, or if that person, say, has left the organisation, we can delete that user account, which means that they won't be able to log in anymore and access that information. So that's about it for this video on how to log in, how to update your organisation listing, and how to add users. If you do have any questions, as always, do contact us, Hounslow Connect at hounslow.gov.uk, and one of the team will get back to you very quickly. Thanks very much.